But this isn't radical. This is what we've always been. I think all of these things sound radical compared to where we are, but where we are is not a good thing. And this idea of like 10% better from garbage shouldn't be what we settle for. It's like this, like, it feels like moderate is not a stance, it's just an attitude toward life of like, We've become so cynical that we view meh or we view cynicism as an intellectually superior attitude. And we view ambition as youthful naivete. When we think about the greatest things we have ever accomplished as a society have been ambitious acts of vision. And the meh is like worship now for what? Like for what? One of the things about history is that it is often revisionist. You know, Martin Luther King is cast as this angelic person that never made anyone mad and just asked for civil rights and got it. And unions were always just seen as like this great, powerful thing that nobody died for a 40-hour work week and a weekend. And it's a similar thing, you know, the other way with the New Deal is that we act as though the New Deal wasn't racist. And the New Deal was an extremely economically racist policy that drew literal red lines around Black and brown communities. And basically, it invested in white America. And what it did was that it allowed white Americans to have access to home loans that Black and brown Americans did not have access to, giving them the largest form of intergenerational wealth, which is real estate. And so this has really, it really accelerated many parts of an already horrific racial wealth gap that continues to persist today. So how do we? So I think a lot of it is part of our personal responsibility to educate ourselves and to get past the revisionist history that we're taught in the 4th grade. And so that's, you know, I think that's an important part, but also the messaging is important as well, in that it doesn't feel good to live in an unequal society. It doesn't feel good. Like, I walk through New York City, which has the highest rate of people who are homeless today than in any other time since the Great Depression. And at the same time, there are penthouses galore, 50% of which are vacant because they're people's like 2nd or 3rd or 4th home. And it doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good.
Is there anything in particular that you think you've learned that you didn't expect?
Oh man, what I've learned. I mean, there's so much that you're learning every single day, you know.